I am ready to start casting.
Okay.
Same here. Well, it's nice.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Analytical Fanboys, the monthly media cast where one member picks a piece of media, shows it to their buddies, and then we talk about it. I am your host for this episode, Boingo, and with me are these two people I showed a thing to. Tell them who you are.
Hi,
I
I'm
am
Buster
thing
Corp.
one.
We always do it. We always introduce ourselves at the same time. I'm Buster. That's Cody. Cody likes toys. I like tokusatsu. There.
Damn, you just summed up all of our podcasts. There we go. We're done. Wrap it up, folks.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Jump around.
I
But
came to
yeah.
get down.
This this episode, is we're talking about a thing that I picked, which is Trigun, the classic 1998 anime.
But why did you pick Trigun?
Because I've been wanting to. Because here's the thing: I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I wanted to just have an excuse to fully just watch it.
No, honestly, valid, but big valid, and I'm glad you did pick.
So we can just go over real quick, just overall.
Tell people what it's about first.
Okay. On the far distant planet known as No Man's Land, humanity is struggling to survive due to bandits or low water, as well as a being known as Vash the Stampede, the humanoid typhoon, who causes rambunctious chaos wherever he goes, to the point two insurance clerks basically go after his ass to figure out what the hell is going on, and that's how the show starts.
Yeah, then it goes from there.
But yeah, it's a classic. It's based off of a manga.
Yeah. It's not directly adapting a manga.
Sort of, kind of, not really, but also yes.
Damn.
I'll explain in a moment. But it is It is from a manga by, I'm getting the creator's name. Naitao Yasuhiro.
He created Blood Blockade Battlefront, right?
Yes, he also created Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah, that's one of the anime adaptation is one of my favorite animes ever. So yeah, I'm glad to have an excuse to check out his most popular work, even in just anime form.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, classic anime. One of the pillars of early Adult Swim.
Yeah, Toonami. It's a Toonami classic for a reason. And also probably made Johnny Young Bosch more famous for being an anime dub actor than a Power Ranger, which that's pretty good.
Yeah. And I also know Trigun is one of your classic faves, Cody.
Yes, it is. I've had a deep obsession with the material ever since I had a McFarlane, I think, action.
It always starts with toys.
Yeah, I randomly bought it at like a Toys R Us in Orange Park.
And it just looked cool.
Yep. And it turns out it was actually really cool. Who could have guessed?
Yeah, I mean, Bash is just a great, fascinating, wonderful character all throughout.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my new favorite MCs.
But we can get to a lot of Trigun is very episodic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is serialized,
Yeah, there's reoccurring characters, reoccurring motifs, reoccurring themes. But like we could talk about the broad strokes today.
Yep. And what it is a post-apocalyptic Western. It is pure, just an unadulterated love letter to the Western.
Yeah, it is very it legitimately just takes place in Badlands, like desert, just deserts and
yeah. And everybody has revolvers, and everyone's a cowboy. No cows,
sadly.
Only boys.
Only boy.
Yeah, only boys and men.
Oh, we can talk about some of the very important characters. Let's not start with Vash because he's a lot of things to talk about. We all like Vash.
Yeah. Both the dub. I switched between dub and sub for this watch through, and both are great ways to watch the show.
I watched dub just because I wanted that old school Adult Swim experience.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Like when I switched to sub, I thought the instrumental opening was purely for the dub, not dub, the sub. The dub.
For the American broadcast.
For the American broadcast, but I was surprised that they because not many shows did instrumental openings, especially anime shows did it back in the.
And it's one of the most iconic openings, I think, in all of anime.
Yeah, I've heard the guitar riff every now and again online, so like I recognize it. Like even like I was like, hey, this sounds familiar. I was like, oh, I probably heard this before. Someone's probably used it in a video or two. Yeah.
Well, we can talk about like our 4 main characters because we have 4 of them. We have the 2 insurance clerk, Vash, and another character we'll mention in a moment. We first got to talk about Meryl Strife, the plucky little go-getter. She's one of the most adorable women in all of fiction.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
Honestly, I feel like the 2 insurance clerks, like Meryl and what's the other name?
Meryl and Millie.
Meryl and Millie. Like they're kind of like a good package deal, and not just because I ship them. But I don't normally ship people. I just think they just have good chemistry. Like anyway, yeah, they're a great duo of like they're just like getting into all sorts of silly hijinks.
Chasing after Vash, but Meryl is just a fun little spunky Spitfire. That very 90s anime thing of the straight man woman character.
Yeah, of like she kind of like smacking people around, being like, this isn't how you're supposed to do shit, you know?
Yeah, but just great. Has like 1,000 derringers in her cloak.
Yeah, it's great.
The guns are great.
Yeah. There's a lot of neat guns.
I've always loved the sniper scene.
Sniper is good. We also can talk about Millie's gun. Millie's the tall, like 6 foot tall woman insurance clerk. A little bit of an airhead.
Yeah, she kind of reminds me of Aerith from Final Fantasy.
I can see that.
Yeah, like not even just in design, but in kind of personality and like especially in the English dub performance.
But her full name is Millie Thompson, so reference to the Thompson submachine gun.
Yeah.
She's a fun character. It's also just fun to see like just a big tall woman, just with no jokes about it. There's just no jokes about it though. You know, she's tall. That's what she is.
Yeah, she just vibing.
Sometimes they make jokes about it.
I don't remember any of them.
Yeah, I mean, just like that's a lot of woman.
Well, I don't think that's a joke saying her being tall is bad. That's just like, wow, you're a pretty woman and you're tall. You know?
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody ever. Yeah, you're right. Ever talked bad about it? Only good, and it is only good.
Yeah, no.
Buster ready up.
I don't want to
Fortnite as always.
Yeah.
No, have they started the Wasteland event in Fortnite? Because that would just do really well to match up.
They did. Yeah, we've been playing it like for the last couple weeks.
But matches up with No Man's Land, which is the planet.
Yeah, it's a neat setting. Wait, is the name a planet or the town?
No, the whole planet's called No Man's Land, and the towns have very specific names.
Like Borderlands.
Yeah. The 7 cities, which real quick, we've been talking about characters. Lore. This is the human race.
No.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, fine. 2 of them aren't human. We'll get into that. But on a distant alien planet called No Man's Land, which is basically all desert. Like, you can find pockets of water. People have made oases and planted plants. About all of it's desert. But they have built 7 big cities: Augusta, December, Imperil, July, May, October, and September. Those are like the big cities.
They're named after months.
Oh, yeah. Except July. July's not around anymore.
Damn.
And that's a plot point in the show.
Yeah.
Because we kind of enter the proceedings of the story very much in media res. Yeah. And then all the information is given to us in flashback.
Oh yeah, very much. I kind of like that because it's like, all right, you guys know how to deal with it. You understand the verisimilitude. You guys can understand fiction. So let's just have fun in this like little like world for a bit before you learn what it really is. You know?
Yeah.
And it's still like human enough. It's still like down to earth, like at the beginning, where it's like, yeah, I can this is like a Western, you know. So even if it is a bit more fancier and like more fictionalized and more stuff.
That's just how they get you. They got to get those hooks in.
Yeah. With big fantasy weapons, like the dude with the ripcord fucking boomerang.
Yeah.
That's one thing. All the designs are just fantastic in though.
Yeah, there's a lot of iconic ones that have like stood the test of time for a good reason. Like a Vash in particular. That's like I could tell that might have influenced Dante Devil May Cry.
Oh, most definitely influenced Dante. Vash has to have influenced like several other things.
Yeah. Like it's an influential design. It's so much like you can just tell like other creators looked at this series and be like, yeah, Trigun.
Which is funny because the original manga only originally lasted for 3 volumes.
And it got a 26 episode anime that kind of revigorated its popularity.
No, it's weird. The
Well,
second
okay.
version of the manga already started when the anime started.
Oh, so it was like one of those hiatus things?
No, what happened was the manga was in a magazine that closed.
Oh, that, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
And so he had to take it to another magazine, and they had to rename it, and basically started off as a brand new series. But it's just fun, something a little interesting, you know?
Yeah. You can please tell us more, production lore, because like you said you did some research.
I did some research because here's the thing: the second half of the anime actually directly adapts chapters of the Maximum manga, which is the second half of it.
Neat.
Yeah. Hold on, let me. What? At least I think the first 2 volumes. Dude.
What was the other main character you want us to talk about?
Oh, Nicholas D. Wolf. Wolfwood.
Wolfwood, the one of the giant cross, or am I thinking?
Yeah, the priest.
The priest, yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's a good secondary writer to Vash main writer.
Goddamn,
there's something about that Western stereotype of
gun priest.
Yeah, gun priest.
Yeah,
it's good, but they also do some interesting things with the character. A lot of fun twists with him.
Yeah,
but Jesus, the giant gun safe gun is cross. It is such a weird, iconic piece of thing from the show that it's fascinating that it's not heavily associated with the main character.
Yeah, it's like usually like Vash red coat you understand, but like also the cross is kind of like when people talk about Trigun imagery, you hear like that giant cross getting around it, and it kind of makes sense because he's a secondary character. Like he's like he may not be the protagonist, but he's still important. But yeah,
I think that gun directly influenced like shooters in video games for like ever permanently.
Oh yeah,
it probably still does. Like I mean, some, like
it probably is the reason why they got the creator of Trigun to work on Gungrave.
Oh yeah. I forgot that was a thing.
There's a PS2. Well, yeah, recently had another game, but there was a shooter game called Gungrave where the guy from Trigun, I said his name earlier.
Let me find his name.
Trigunius Maximus.
Trigunius Maximus.
The writer, right?
Yeah, the writer.
Naito.
Yeah, Nashiro Naito. Was asked to come do the designs for it, and it's literally just more Trigun characters. Like, you could place a lot of the people in this game into Trigun, and you wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah, it fits right in with that character design philosophy.
And like the guy carries around a coffin as a gun,
like the Christ gun.
Yeah, like the Christ gun.
Shoots a fix.
Yeah, it's interesting how much Christianity there is in Trigun without there being much Christians.
Yeah, it's just casual there. It's very different kind of Christ mention than like most anime do.
But like you can definitely see some Christ-like elements within the show. If like you could literally say Vash the Stampede is a very Christ-like analog character.
Yeah. Well, do we finally want to get into Vash's deal?
Yeah. Spoilers. We've been spoiling a lot of things, but like double down. We're talking about spoilers. So Vash the Stampede, one of the greatest anime characters of all time.
Yeah.
Right up there with Mr. Cowboy Bebop.
He has a name. His name is Spike. Whatever.
Spike the Stampeagle.
Spike Bebop. Got it.
Spike Bebop there.
But he's not human?
Yeah, like they describe him as the human typhoon?
No.
Soylent Green.
He's a plant.
Oh.
Okay, did you not pay attention to when the show lore dumped?
It was a bit, I was kind of rushing a bit towards the end.
Okay, so real quick, the actual lore, because I've only gone off of what was presented in the beginning. The lore of the show is humanity fucked up Earth so goddamn much they had to build arc ships to travel the cosmos to get a second chance.
Yeah, and that's why they're in a different planet.
these arc ships were powered by a thing called plants. Giant, weird, metaphysical thing that they aren't 100% sure what it all is. They just know it has a lot of energy to power the ships and keep everybody alive.
Yeah.
There is a small crew who basically pilots the ships whenever like they get close to a possible planet and they need to see if it can sustain life. So this crew one day finds 2 young boys within the plant and basically start raising. This is Vash and Nye.
Mm-hmm.
They are treated as brothers, and through the events we are shown in one episode, Knives reveals that he is actually a psychopath, full on just fuck humanity. They don't deserve a second chance, tries to kill everybody, crashes them onto the planet, and then like starts building up and enacting what will be his true plan to truly kill humanity once he realizes that he didn't kill them all in the crash. And Vash basically goes through the entire show to understand his own point of view to deal with his brother.
Yeah, man.
And it's all wrapped up in the philosophy of nonviolence. What is pacifism? Is violence a necessary option? The response to committing violence, or response is having violence committed against you, and trying to all wrap up in this idea of dealing with a guy who wants to commit genocide.
Yeah, and like I imagine, like when was this written? 90s. Okay, so there wasn't like two major.
98.
98. Okay, there wasn't like a. I'm not sure if there was anything major on people's minds that time. Like but like I can imagine, like it kind of resonated with a lot of people when it aired.
Y2K, End of the World.
Yeah, Y2K, End of the World.
Yeah, and also just it aired in America like in around the 2000s. You know what happened then.
Yep.
So like I can understand why it resonated with a Western audience there, and like they kept setting up this theme like throughout the whole show. Like you had like the famous Love and Peace episode where like he's like preaching about love and peace, like or like he says that to every time he defeats a villain without like super uber violence. Like he preaches like, yeah, now remember love and peace.
Yeah.
So it's I love how they constantly build that up throughout the episodes. They make all these separate like little adventures mean so much by the end. It's good.
Like
shit.
he doesn't pick up a gun till like what, episode 4?
Yeah, the Love and Peace episode. Yeah,
like he is, and it's a fascinating thing because it's a gunslinger show.
Up in the first episode.
He does.
He throws at somebody in the first episode.
What I mean is, like, he doesn't shoot the gun. He like uses the gun as a prop, but he doesn't shoot it.
Yeah, and even then, I can't correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember him like straight up like killing anyone.
No.
Yeah.
He always takes the wounding shots.
Yeah.
Or like deflect the thing away from someone.
Yeah, it's very like it's very much like the marketing is so detached from, at least the way people talk about it is so detached from what the show actually is. I was pleasantly surprised when I finally got around to watching it.
Like, yeah, the marketing all makes Vash the Stampede look like a badass gunslinger, firing at everybody, like total no remorse, just goofball. But no, he's still a goofball, but he's like, no, life is precious. No one has the right to take another's life.
Yeah, when he says love and peace, he means it.
Yeah, just it's a fascinating, great little character because it is a world where it's understandable and almost expected to be cutthroat and ruthless. And he is this nigh immortal being trying to teach these people, no, you don't have to be that way.
Yeah.
Again, very Christ-like, And then you play that into his friendship with the priest. It really kind of doubles up because the priest has no qualms about killing people.
Yeah, it's very much like, yeah, those who like surround themselves with Christian imagery may not like fully understand it. At least that's how I view it.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that he like understands and is remorseful at the end of his, again, spoilers, life, because Wolfwood dies because Jesus. This is multiple. He's actually one of the Gung Ho Gun.
Gung Ho Gun,
which is a set of assassins sent after Vash by night.
Yeah.
Actually, his full name is Millions Knight.
I am chowing down on some chips right now.
Oh,
Bear with
what kind of chips?
Millions chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to I kind of want you to take. Sorry, Boygo. I just I got really nothing else to say other than I like the show. It's good, and so I want you to kind of give me a deeper understanding of it. You know?
Some of the best music in anime too.
Oh yeah, like the little basses, Western esque you know, I don't know. God, brain not working today. You get what I mean. Good music good. I like the ending theme. Too the only song the only lyrical song in the show.
Yep.
I think.
I'm looking at the guy who did the music for it. Suneo Imahori is his name.
Let me look. What else? What other anime has this man done?
He also provided the soundtrack to Gungrave.
Yeah.
And Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah. Apparently, he also contributes some tracks. He wasn't the main composer, but he contributed tracks to Cowboy Bebop's. Hey, more connection there.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
especially for some of the desert areas.
Yeah.
And Wolfrain. Another old school classic 90.
Yeah, I need to check out Wolfrain eventually. Oh, what else?
There's a lot of fun little elements, a lot of fun little side characters that just pop up for an episode or two, and then leave the story when their story is done. And it's just yeah,
it kind of feels like we've kind of lost the art of episodic storytelling, and when shows still try to be episodic, they're met with backlash. At least that's how I've from what the perspective I've seen.
I don't know. I mean, Adventure Time and
well, that was 10 years ago at this point. I'm talking about kind of 20
last 5 years kind of thing.
Yeah, last 5 years.
I think here's the thing. We say, oh, it's episodic, but it is serialized.
Yeah, there is a story. There is a story. The continuity does matter. The adventures do matter. I'm just more referring to kind of that balance. Some shows are just I have to be plot, or some people just want plot, or they don't even stop to think about how thematically it all connects. So it's just really refreshing to go back to something like Trigun and just seeing yeah, this is how it's done. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to make shows. It's just we've been oversaturated with so many serialized programs. So
yeah, that's a fair assessment to take with it. Hold on, I'm trying to get right.
And it was animated by Madhouse, right?
Let me check.
Yeah, Madhouse.
Madhouse. It's a Madhouse. Yeah, that's one of the things that really cemented Madhouse as a big player. I think for American fans, I'm pretty sure they did things.
Card
before.
Captor Sakura.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, they did Death Note. They've done No Game No Life, Death Parade.
They did the first season of One Punch Man, which is one of the best animated seasons of television ever.
Monster. Oh, there's another Red Cloak character that's partially related. Hellsing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Easy.
Hold on, I'm double checking. Hellsing and maybe Trigun were manga at the same time. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I keep saying that they're reprinting Hellsing in English right now at my local bookstore.
Trigun came first. Trigun came out in 1995. Hellsing came out in 1997.
Right, but when did we know it was red cover?
The very first volume of Trigun.
Yeah.
So that would be 6 months after the manga started publishing.
Yeah.
Goddamn, 90s anime and manga just has a great tactile feel.
Yeah, especially because they drew it hand drawn, the cells, and it also just kind of makes remaster attempts kind of more feel either more cool or feel sadder, depending on if it's a good remaster or not. Because it's it either keeps the tactile feel just with higher prestige quality, or it's just blech, you know. It just the Dragon Ball remaster.
Yeah, you have to have, unless you have access to all of the cells and backgrounds so you can retake photos with higher quality equipment. It's you got to be very careful.
Yeah, apparently they do, someone found that Toei does have the original masters and films for Dragon Ball. It's just they've either died a horrible death or they're just not giving the good materials to anyone.
I mean, there was that whole thing of a lot of anime from late 80s, early 90s color degraded extensively.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people know Sailor Moon for having like a very pinkish tone. That
wasn't
never
intended.
there.
Yeah.
Never there.
Happy accident.
Yeah. Because by the time it came over to America, they had to go through the original footage to dub it, and it had degraded that much by then.
I guess it's just Toei is just really bad with film master. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Same thing with Dragon Ball and the Green Skies.
Yeah, Green Skies or GT's Red Tones.
Really, the green skies is a thing? That's funny.
They were originally blue. The green is a color degradation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I find that very iconic.
It's weird how little things like that color our perception.
Whatever the original Pokemon art, like for that, like I think the Ken Sugimura art, I think it's called, like where it's like that also had a similar color degradation effect over time.
Yeah, it extended in contrast.
Yeah.
It was a lot more softer in its original version.
Yeah, shit's interesting, and I guess to bring it back to Trigun, the version of Trigun I watched had a really good remaster.
Yeah, Trigun. Okay, this is me going on this fucking rant 5th time. I think contemporary anime fan culture, at least in America, has a detrimental view when it comes to trying to maintain current anime trends. Of like, I gotta watch the new seasons. It's winter. What's the new anime this winter? What am I gonna watch?
Kaiju No Way. Gotta watch Ranger Reject.
And not taking the time to actually like, hey, I enjoy anime. Let me understand the breadth of this medium and see what came before, what influenced the things I'm watching now.
Or even just look at a classic that or an underrated gem I may not have checked out yet.
You don't hear a lot of people going like, hey, I just checked out Trigun. You hear a lot of older fans go, Trigun's one of the best anime.
Yeah.
Over here, Buster.
I'm pointing a finger at you, Buster. No.
Yeah,
Buster.
yeah, over here. Yeah. I'm sorry. I haven't even watched this.
No.
What was the last season? I think the last season I watched was Bocchi the Rock, and that was like a couple years ago.
And here's the
actually,
thing.
No, Bang Bravern. Brag Bravern was this year, but that I don't.
Yeah.
That was like the only one I watched here, and that was mostly because it's a cool mecha show, like
Yeah. And that's not even to say that, hey, you shouldn't, like, you're allowed to watch seasonal, but it's just go back, watch older things, see what happened, see what came before. Go watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
watch Trigun.
Get to your contemporaries. Get to your
watch Record of Lodoss War. Watch Galgai Gar.
Seizures.
Yeah, go back and watch the things that
Brave
influence
series,
the stuff.
Yeah.
Go back, watch Brave, watch Gundam. Like, I don't like. Have we
definitely watch Gundam?
Have we done an anime series from the past 15 years?
No, we did Gridman.
Gridman. Yep, Brett, you're right.
Yeah, and that was me that was mostly that still relates to Tokusatsu stuff, and that's mostly because it's like it still fits with our kind of classical views. Of
we
anime.
did
the newest Gundam too.
Oh yeah,
we did.
That's more of a franchise thing, but that counts.
Fuck me, I'm an idiot. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. But the point is, we still
try.
We have a balance on this, or we try to have a balance on it. It's like sometimes we'll go to a classic, sometimes we'll do a modern one, but we appreciate the whole medium. We don't just be like, oh, this is 10 years old. Yuck. Which is like the worst way to look at art in general, like video games, anime, music, and YouTube videos, just all sorts of. Just
art in general, you need to know some of art history to make good contemporary art.
Yeah, even just researching it helps, I'd say, just just take some time out of your day to even just watch a couple episodes. You don't have to finish the whole show, you just can,
But this also gets into the very people will bitch and moan of why is every anime in high school?
Yeah.
Why is there so many panty shots? And you just sit there and go, well, maybe you should stop watching horny shonen shows and try something else.
Yeah.
I want an anime made for adults. All right, here's Trigun and Cowboy Bebop and Monster and Berserk. Here's all these cool, interesting shows. No, I'm gonna keep watching the schlock and expect it to be different. I don't know.
That's point just is, anime fans stupid. We are based.
Nice. Anime fans stupid. We are based. Also, I was trying to figure out when they started adapting. Okay, so not every episode of the anime is based on a chapter of the manga, but a lot of them are. Like, for example, episode 16 adapts chapter 16 and chapter 20 of the manga.
Uh-huh.
And I know episode 17 starts adapting Maximum, which is the sequel manga.
Yeah, the one in the new magazine.
Yep. In fact, episode 17 adapts chapter 14, chapter 15 of the original manga. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? What's going on?
We're chasing a car in Fortnite.
Okay. And chapter 4 and 5 of the Maximum manga, which I just think is interesting.
Buster.
Uh-oh.
Busterino.
Buster balls.
Buster. Well, folks.
Yeah. Something happened. We don't know what.
Talk about blue balls.
Ooh, buddy. Yeah, Buster popped out. Don't know why. But
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a beep boop. So yeah. Did you enjoy going back and watching Trigun?
I absolutely did. I knew I would.
Folks, my internet crashed. I don't know
Oh
why.
no. Strange.
Yeah, strange. The same time Fortnite crashed, which is weird. Anyway, what are you guys talking about?
We were just going like, oh no, Buster's gone. And then I started asking Cody, so did you enjoy going back and rewatching Trigun? Because Cody had already watched Trigun as a child.
And this was my first time watching it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
But yeah, I definitely did enjoy it.
Yeah, I kind of wish I took my own time instead of trying to rush through it. But like, that's like, hey, you know what you got to do. Sometimes shit happens, and you get busy, and you have to watch a 26 episode show in a week, and you don't retain all the information.
I mean, it flies by. It is a very
it's well paced. It's very well paced. Yeah, and I like the pacing is great. It's very breezy. Like the episodes like are like just filled with like great character moments and thematic content. Just a great show. It's like I could see why people consider it the all-time classics, you know?
Yeah. Actually, that's a question, Buster. Now that you've watched Trigun, how does that make you like re-examine Blood Blockade Battlefront, also known as Kikiki Sensei? Sensen? What is it?
Yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've watched Blood Blockade, but I do love it a lot. So the way I kind of like it does kind of put the like because the main character Leonardo Watch in that show is a very like pacifist. He's kind of like he's very much the opposite of Vash, but like he's still like the similar theme of peace, where it's like he's a badass, but he doesn't really like being a badass. Well, like Leonardo like is kind of like they both have the similar message of peace and love like wins all. But just that, like Leonardo's powers and skill set is more based around pacifism and like tact and thinking, rather than the irony of Vash.
Right. It also is much more of like a gangland story. It's still very Americana.
Yeah, the author really likes Americana, which is pretty neat to see like recurring in his work. Like like we had Trigun's Western, while Blood Blockade is more like contemporary, contemporary New York. It takes place literally in New York.
Yeah, like I say gangland just because like that's the vibes, like suits and ties and going like, now we got to protect shit. We got to fight against the other people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll recommend Blood Blockade one day. But like, I'm glad I was able to check out his previous work and just like, even though it's not a 1-to-1 adaptation of the manga, but I do want to read the manga. I'm very interested.
It is just interesting just how the anime, like from what I've seen, it was the manga happened, the magazine got closed, then the talks of the anime started going, and because of that momentum, he was able to get the Trigun in a new magazine and get it going, and that lasted for hold on, let me check real quick. But 14 more volumes.
Nice.
96 chapters. So like pretty damn good. Pretty cool. A remake happened. I didn't watch it yet.
It's not a remake. It's adapting like some later stuff. From what I understand, like Trigun Stampede is the one you're talking about. It's a CGI animated by Studio Orange show, and it looks neat. I like that. It kind of reminds me of Guilty Gear. Apparently, well, I don't know. Apparently, they cut some characters, which is not optimal. But
Millie's not in it. Millie Thompson.
No.
That's a shame. She was my
Our
favorite.
tall queen isn't in the show. Isn't in Stampede.
Yeah. It seems like it was perceived well. It just kind of like fade from memory pretty quick.
Yep. Again, that's a problem with the massive focus on seasonal anime.
Yeah, seasonal like 12 episode. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a good show, but like, just the marketing wise, it hasn't really stuck into those brains as much as the original Trigun, which got serialized all over the world,
Yeah. And Adult Swim definitely played the fuck out of it.
Yeah. I don't think Adult Swim's put it on their modern Toonami block yet.
No, the modern block is very much more focused on like contemporary.
Yeah. Wait, no, I'm talking about the remake, the Stampede, which is weird because
That.
not the remake, the sequel, reimagined. I don't.
I say it's a remake just because I've seen like they start from the beginning again because Wolfwood is there.
Oh, it seems like it's reimagined. The word.
Yeah, because Wolfwood is there. Millions Knives is there.
Nice sentence.
Yeah, it seems more like they're going like, hey, let's do it all over again now that we know how the manga ends. And we can incorporate some of the later stuff into the earlier.
Why we keep talking about this? None of us have even watched it.
Yeah, who knows? One day, have your voice be heard. Leave a comment.
Yeah, one day we'll just talk about it on the random components. Shit. Yeah, so I've been watching Trigun Stampede. It's pretty okay.
I'm just looking at what other things Orange did. They did some cool things.
Wait. I think I recognize what they've done. Let me double check.
Beastars.
Beastars. A lot of my friends like
Dimension
that.
Double.
Dimension Double. Isn't that 2D?
Yeah, it is 2D. They've done 2D stuff.
Oh.
Godzilla SP.
Oh, I've been meaning to get to that one. It seems like they've been like basically bought out by not bought out, but like they did the Star Fox Zero like anime along with Wit Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that Star Fox Zero little animation short they did to like promote the game, and then the game ended ass, and that short was the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some reappraisal of Star Fox Zero, but that's getting away from us. So, Trigun. Cody, what are your overall thoughts on Trigun?
Please go watch Trigun and experience it at least once a little bit.
I agree.
You know what I would love? I would love a Nerf blaster in the shape of Vash's gun.
That would be cute.
Does Vash's gun have a name?
I'm pretty sure it does. All the guns in the show have names.
Gunny McGunnerson.
Yeah. I'm gonna Google what is the name of Vash's gun. 45 long Colts. I think that's just the model.
Well, I mean, they make references to a lot of like Old West guns. There's a whole episode named Peacemaker.
True. All right. Cody, what do you got for us next episode?
Being it that the year is 2024, and we are celebrating, I think.
What are we celebrating?
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
What? Oh! Finally, I have an excuse to watch this.
We're gonna phantom all over that menace.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Star Wars: The Phantom Tags.
Oh. Well, I was like, is it gonna be a Transformers thing? Because that's celebrating a 40th anniversary. Okay, no, that makes more sense. Phantom Menace.
Yay.
Because 25th anniversary, it just got re-released in theaters. All right, I'm down to clown. Next episode.
I'm down to midi-chlorine.
So yeah, get your midichlorians, Zol. It's time for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Everybody crack out your Jar Jar Binks tongue lollipops.
Yeah, get the Coca-Cola promotion by Marfalump. I can't wait to talk about Marfalump, man. He was only in those Coca-Cola commercials, but I'm gonna bring him up in that episode.
So yeah.
Should we plug our shit?
Yeah, let's plug our shit. First things first, hi. If you enjoyed this podcast, please go press the subscribe button, click the like button, do all the things, and follow us on podcasting platform of your choice. We're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Spotify Podcasts. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Buster?
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do videos on the internet. I might be on vacation by the time this is up, so videos are going to be slower but hey, go check out my videos anyway, and support me in to make sure the algorithm likes me and shit.
Yeah.
Also on Twitter at BusterBlue3.
Never _robot, or you can schlob on my.
And I'm Boingo. You can follow me on twitch.tv/BoingoWriter and on YouTube @BoingoWriter. And again, press the subscribe button, leave a comment, tell us what you liked about do you like Trigun? Did you like the podcast? Do you like our faces? You don't know, you can't see our faces.
Unless you watch the modular vlogs.
And as always, remember, love and peace.
Super.